In Parshas Lech Lecha as well as Parshas Tazria, we learn about the bris milah. And today we have an interesting halachic question regarding the bris milah. A young man, 24 years old, asks, can he have a sudas mitzvah for his bris milah? He was circumcised 24 years ago when he was a baby, but there was never a party. So he asks, he wants to know, can he have a sudas bris milah now? Can he have the big festive meal now? In Megillas Esther we learn, the Gemara darshans this pasuk in Megillah Daf Tes Zayin Amud Beis, and the Gemara says the word sason refers to bris milah. Asks the Chassam Sofer, what does this mean? Now that Haman died, they started circumcising themselves, and they never circumcised themselves when Haman was around? This can't be, because we don't find that Haman decreed one shall not circumcise himself. It must be that they did circumcise themselves. So what does it mean that now that Haman died, they were so happy regarding the bris milah? Says the Chassam Sofer, throughout the time of Haman, the Jews circumcised themselves, but they didn't have big parties. They didn't have the Suda. Now that Haman died, now they sat down and had the big festive meals. Thousands of people had big Sudas for the bris milah they had during Haman's lifetime when he rose to prominences, because they were afraid to have the Sudas mitzvah when Haman was there. They did perform the mitzvah, but they didn't have the Suda. Only now, when Haman died, they had the Suda. Seemingly, we can prove from here and answer our young man who was asking us if he can have the Suda now. The answer is yes, just like the Jews in the time of Haman, time of Purim. Avraham Avinu circumcised his son, Yitzchak, but he didn't have a Suda at that time. Only b'yom higamel es Yitzchak benoi. Only 2 years later did he have the Suda. You see from here that you can have the Suda a long time after performing the mitzvah itself. But Maran Rav Eliashiv Zecher Tzaddik v'Kodesh Livracha didn't accept these two proofs, and he said that during the time of Purim it was dangerous, and that is why they didn't do it. They couldn't do it. That is not a proof that when someone could have done it, that he should do it many years later if he, in fact, didn't do it at the proper time. Regarding Avraham Avinu was afraid people will say, this is so cruel. You're taking a baby, 8 days old, and you're cutting him. What are you doing? And then you're sitting down to eat a big festive meal. That is just pure cruelty. But Avraham Avinu knew that if he'll wait 2 years, everybody will see Yitzchak Avinu is still around, he's alive, he's okay, he will be a big Kiddush Hashem, and then he will do the Sudas Mitzvah. So he had a calculation why he postponed it for 2 years. But if our 24-year-old man will come and try to do a Sudas Mitzvah now for a mitzvah performed 24 years ago, that will just look strange, and we can't bring a proof from the Jews of the time of Purim, nor from Avraham Avinu, and that is why the answer to this man was, it's not going to be a Sudas Mitzvah if you have a Suda now for the bris you performed 24 years ago.